you went live.
I have now.
Surprise!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Robin trying to figure out his camera settings. This is another
Better.
slightly better, still very white.
No, face the camera. No, it's better than it was. I can see more of his face and less ghost.
Less light, more face.
Less light, more face.
Okay. Welcome back to another episode of our Shattered Earth campaign, everyone. Last week's episode was pretty short. This week's episode is going to be a bit longer, I'm hoping. Right now, we have 3 players, but I believe in about 45 minutes or so, maybe half an hour, I don't know. Depends on how fast they drive. We should be getting another player or 2, maybe. We'll see. Wow, you messed up your camera even more there for a second.
How did I contrast 100%?
Okay, so this is our Shattered Earth campaign. Shattered Earth campaign is a campaign that I have created. It's a post-apocalyptic campaign based in Texas in the year 2217. Elaine gets excited every time I mention Texas. Anyway, so the apocalypse happened because a portal was opened to another dimension by Elon himself.
Oh yeah, it was.
And beings from this other dimension started coming across. Beings such as elves, tabaxi, gnomes, fairies, orcs, those types of things. And then monsters started coming across, and that scared some people. People went underground into bunkers. Then dragons came across, started burning the world. We nuked the dragons. Some people survived. Most people didn't. So yeah, that's pretty much what caused the apocalypse. And I think the people here are the people we had at the game last week. So I can roll a D3 and see who's going to give us
that looks good now.
a recap.
You're kind of orange, but it's better. Your hair looks red.
Makes it orange.
As to what happened last week. And that is Robin.
Oh, good.
Okay, now a question to the group. What actually happened last week?
You found the first thing that happened was you left the Shadow Lounge and found a...
Ooh, the
Spaceship!
There you go.
Yay!
I forgot.
I'm a
about that.
horrible one to be doing this because I was having computer issues most of that game.
I know you were.
Okay, Robin, repeat after me.
Just move your mouth as she talks.
Gotta make a nice Nathan voice there, Kat.
Oh, I don't know if I can. Robin, say something.
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 Nailed it. That's what you sound like, Nathan. Sorry. You know how you always sound different when you hear your voice.
I can't argue with that.
Okay. So we left the Shadowland and we
You gotta move your mouth.
spaceship. And there were aliens inside it. Well, we thought they were aliens, but they turned out to be humans. I'm thinking of it in my head. I can't stop laughing. We found holographic logs, cryptic documents. There was something in there about the origin of the disguises, technology, safe zones. Someone called the Veiled Enigma. Something about a luminous refuge, which is supposed to reverse the apocalyptic event. Veiled Enigma had a hand in Apocalypse. We found information on a cryogenic preservation project, which we had already been to, and it was the Ark. We found 3 people with chips in their wrist, and we've identified them as Jay Cook, Skylar Powell, and Jody Carter.
Sounds about right.
We took batteries. Dash took a chunk of the ship that had blown off. Oh, we took the alien costumes. And we made our way down to the Necromancer facility. And Elaine sent a floaty guy to go wake up Akira at like 2 in the morning. He was very not happy. Robin, is any of this like clicking in your head?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
I
What
was
is
more out of it last game than I realized.
What is the time dilation like between in the bunker and outside of the bunker then? Is it a lot?
You mean the portal?
No, in the Necromancer's...
It's not the Necromancer facility, it's his specific room.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So the extent of last game that I actually remember is after we got to the Necromancers and started talking to Byron.
Oh,
Okay, go
Cat's
ahead.
froze up. So yeah, go ahead.
Robin,
Wait, what?
go ahead. You said you remembered after you got to the Necromancer facility. That's where
Okay.
that's where she ended, and then she froze. So
I'm currently trying to fix camera. So we go in, and Elaine wakes up what's her face and makes her like us even less, and makes her let us go see Byron. We go in, Dash and I stay outside. Elaine goes in and tells Byron what's going on. Byron mentions that there's a pretty good chance that Misery's about to be destroyed. I overheard this. They talk more. I don't remember exactly about what. Must not have been important. Later on, I told Dash that Misery was about to be destroyed. He panics, tries to leave. Byron comes out, calms him down, and we went to bed.
you missed the recap, but it's done now, so you're fine. You got Robin to the point of him remembering.
You were a robot, but I gathered what you meant.
Cool. Am I a robot for anybody else or just her?
Nope. Must have been probably just a... Did you have to restart your computer there?
No, I got disconnected from my internet.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
But then my internet popped up immediately, and I was able to click it and reconnect.
Right on.
Okay, cool. So, you guys are sleeping away. Is there anything you want to do before you go to sleep? Dash, you're already asleep. Anybody else?
I think I'm okay for now. I think I just kind of want to sleep.
Yeah, I'll just be asleep. I'll be in a trance, actually.
Okay.
I just realized I did nothing about the state of my hair, and my hair still looks fucked up.
Hey, you're wearing a
Holding it in
hat.
here. I'm gonna sleep in a cowboy hat. That's uncomfortable.
What? Why not? Well, to be fair, it's probably grown back a little bit now, but it'll be slightly stuff. Yes.
Oh, you know what? As soon as we got all those artifacts and we were handing out, because there was a disguise thing in that kit as well, right? That cache
I think
that we
so.
found?
Yeah, there was a mask of many faces.
Okay, at that point, remember that little collar I gave you before? And then took back?
Yes.
I would offer that to anyone who wanted to use it. Because my nanites do the
I do
exact same
remember.
thing. So if you want that collar, it is up for grabs. Then you can
Okay.
have your beautiful hair.
Nope, I'll take it.
Perfect.
There you go, Robin. You can have beautiful hair now.
Why can't I hear you guys?
I've
you having
always
computer
wanted
issues
my
now?
beautiful hair.
You and me both, brother.
It's not like anybody else in the party needs it.
Nope.
Are you having computer issues now, Elaine?
Going by the lack of response, I'd say probably. Elaine?
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 No, we can't hear you. Cool. I think she said cool.
Maybe
Yeah.
you need to punch it.
Can you hear us? One blink yes, two blinks no. Oh, she can. Oh.
You should have done it
You're
the
like-
other way.
you're like
One
blinking a
blink.
lot?
No.
I don't know why you're blinking more than a normal person would blink, because you're like either saying yes really slowly or no a bunch of times.
Well, you said one for yes, two for no, so it's no
Oh,
really
I think she can hear
slowly.
us now.
I couldn't hear you before.
Okay, we're good
Reading
now?
Lips and hoping that I could answer and continue. Because I couldn't hear. So it was just like, well, if you want, I can give you this, and I'll just take the mask, and you can have your hair.
Mhm.
Okay.
One second here. My chair is messed up. There we go.
I apologize. for what's happening. I'm gonna go look at my router real quick while you do that.
Okay, cool. I fixed my chair. Also, everybody's going to sleep.
Yes.
And suddenly there's a change in music.
Like in my head, my dream music.
I mean, yeah, technically.
Oh
No, it's not. How dare you change the music?
Well, I'm not sleeping. I'm in a trance, so I'm still somewhat aware of the stuff around me.
That's fine. Nothing's happening to you.
Okay.
Dash.
Damn it. Yes.
Oh, nothing. So, before sleep was cast on you, you were having major anxiety about a certain event. Can you remind me what that event is?
Okay, so we get back to the Necromancers and we're wondering where Elson might have got to next. Well, this was Elaine and Byron talking, and so Byron replies with, "Well, if I was Elson, the most likely thing I do is go back to where I last saw Molly, which would have been in Misery." And so when that got relayed to Dash, he immediately had like an onset panic attack, and he just had to get back to Misery, get back to Thea and Mum and Elemin and Elaria.
Good work. So, in the hushed stillness of the night, you find yourself wandering through the eerily silent streets of Misery. A sense of impending dread clinging to the air. The moon, obscured by an ominous haze, cast distorted shadows that danced with malevolent intent. The town, once a haven of familiarity, now stood shrouded in an unsettling quiet. Houses loomed like spectral sentinels, and the windows reflected a dim, foreboding light. As you press on, go ahead.
I assume I'm like sprinting towards my house.
You're just wandering through town.
Okay.
As you pressed on, the wind carried whispers of a distant cry and ominous laughter that chilled you right to the bone. Each step you took seemed to echo through the desolate streets, resonating with impending sense of doom. The very essence of misery appeared tainted, as if the darkness had woven itself into the fabric of the town's soul. As you rush towards your own home, you're met with a door that groans open, revealing a nightmare within. The rooms, bathed in an otherworldly gloom, were lit only by flickering candles that cast ghostly shadows. Moving through the corridors, you glimpsed distorted figures dancing at the edge of perception, and the air thickened with whispers of despair. The heart of your nightmare lay in the room where your loved ones slept. There you found them motionless, their faces contorted in silent agony. Hovering above them, a malevolent figure draped in darkness, chanting unholy incantations. Elson Adchaeus, the sorcerer wielding dark magic. Your attempts to scream were stifled by an invisible force, leaving you powerless as misery crumbled around you. Elson's incantations resonated through the air, reducing the vibrant town to rubble. The anguished cries of its inhabitants became a haunting symphony. The nightmare crescendos arrived as you stood alone amidst the desolation, surrounded by the remnants of a life torn asunder. The darkness closed in, suffocating you with despair. The echoes of Elson Adchaeus' laughter lingered, chilling reminder that the threat was real, and the fate of misery hangs in a precarious balance. With a gasp, you awake, drenched in a cold sweat. The oppressive heat of the nightmare yielded to the cool reality of this room, yet the echoes of impending doom lingered, and Elson Adchaeus' ominous presence and the impending doom of misery stayed in your mind.
Awesome.
What do you do?
All right, so Dash gets up, like wipes the sweat from his face. His like heart's still racing like it was when he got put to sleep. And then he starts to like gather himself and try to find Byron, Lila, and Robin, Gadget, everybody who's with us, anybody who's with us.
Okay. So, you guys slept for a decent amount of time. And you awake in a unfamiliar room. However, Lila, you feel a familiar sense of warmth beside you. But you listen closely, and you can hear the breathing of your husband beside you. But it's quickly interrupted by the sound of quick moving feet, mumbling to himself, I'm assuming, and also trying to gather different belongings.
I guess I'm gonna sit up. I'm assuming I see Dash.
Well, I mean, you're in one room, he's in a different room.
I'm in the next room.
Yeah.
I might just open the door a little bit.
He's like rummaging through his bag. Oh, bloody hell, where is it? Lila, where's Byron? Did he hear back from Misery yet?
He didn't go to Misery yet.
He was sending
sent-
a message.
Sent a message.
Yeah, that's just...
He didn't hear anything back yet.
I don't know, he's sound asleep still. Your rummaging woke me up.
Well, good. Move on. Let's get going. Where's Robin?
I was sleeping on the couch. You would have had to have like walked past me not to see me.
Never mind. I saw him when I was walking past him.
Yeah, no, you would have known where Robin was because he and you were kind of in the same room. You were kind of passed out on the floor, and he took the couch. Molly got the spare bedroom.
I am just going to... Shut the door.
The hell?
What?
She just shuts the door on him and...
You were like, well, come on, let's get a move on. I didn't fully walk out of the bedroom. I'm just... Shut the door again.
Did it seem like a... All right, or like a dismissive kind of shut the door?
A little bit of both.
Elaine, you've got just as much riding on this. Like, come on, let's get a move on.
I'm aware, Dash. I still have to get my things. And if we're gonna make better time, we still need a Byron that's awake.
Yeah, get him up. I'll get Robin. Go to Robin and, shake him like a baby that won't stop crying.
Let me
Yeah.
remind you, I'm in
Oh,
a
no.
trance, and you would have walked past me, and I would have gotten
Oh.
up.
Right.
I'm an elf.
You turn around to go wake up Robin and he's standing right
I'm just
Yeah.
standing right behind you.
Ah!
You summoned me? No.
Yeah.
Dash just has a full-on heart attack.
Yeah.
We don't need to worry
Byron,
about misery anymore.
with the commotion has awoken himself. And he's like, I didn't want to wake you last night, but here. And he hands you like a notepad where he wrote down a response from Laria.
Okay.
Not you,
Okay.
the person who's actually in the room with him.
What did they say?
So it says, Byron, this is Ilaria. Thank you for the warning. Can you provide more details about why he might be a threat to us? We need to assess the situation and take necessary precaution. Please share any information you have so we can better understand the danger we're facing. Paraphrasing, because that's probably more than 25 words.
Sometimes Ilaria thinks too much. Well, she knows everything up until the fact that I went to try and fight with him. And he got away. So,
So are we wanting to get you guys on the road then? I assume Dash is chomping at the bit, so to say.
he's manic.
Is this common?
When certain things are involved.
That's fair. Alright, well, let's get things going then.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
I am going to walk over to where I assume Violet is still sound asleep.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tuck her in a little bit more so she's cozy, and I'll push her hair out of her face and just stare at her for a second.
She looks more like you than Byron, but she does have pointy ears.
Obviously, this time I recognize her.
Yes. And you also recognize her to be the child you talked to before.
Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm going to give her a little kiss on the forehead and then stand up and grab my bag and head out into the other room.
Okay.
Did I find any coffee or food or anything?
Not in here, no.
Okay.
This is kind of just a living quarters for him and Violet. The break room and everything else is in the main necromancer facility, and that's where everything is kept.
Gotcha. So I'll be going through my own little magic book, and you can tell like I'm like got a bunch of like supplies out in front of me, and it looks like I'm like picking different and like organizing a bunch of different little components and stuff.
Did what?
Looks
What,
like
what happened to Robin?
Someone
Turned out
cast
the light-
darkness on him.
I see a little glimmer. It looks like the lights went off.
I think the lights went out.
No.
Oh, just his brightness.
Why isn't it fixing itself?
Mm.
My camera may just be broken a lot for a short while as I figure out what the hell I broke.
Okay.
Is Byron awake now?
Yes.
Can we get another message off to Misery?
What is this one saying?
All right, tell him to gather everyone who can use magic and get them preparing their counter magic spells and anything that can do some radiant damage.
Okay.
What was the spells that Robin were using that had radiant? Or was there any?
I don't think Robin was. Also, what was the message? Sorry.
Gather up all our magic users, tell them to prepare all their counter magic spells, and
Radiant damage.
anything with radiant damage, yeah. And like a brief description of what kind of enemies we're looking at. Don't let them hug you, and
Elson won't come alone. He'll have backup.
Are you saying to send that as well, or?
yeah.
Well, she asked for other information.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I would hand that off to Dash, the little...
I assume so.
Yeah.
So he closes his eyes for a second, mutters something under his breath, and he says, "She says they're assembling Misery's magic users now, preparing counter magic spells and radiant damage. Stay vigilant. Any specifics on Elson's motives or tactics? Protecting Molly is our top priority."
Molly is safe, but not where he left her. He's going to come looking for her, and he'll try and burn Misery to the ground to do it.
You got that necklace from Talia and it's warded?
Yeah.
Would she be able to use it to track us here?
Not
Byron,
from this far away.
Can Byron track this to see if it's safe?
Nothing can penetrate through my realm.
All right, good.
I got another response. We'll do everything we can to protect Misery. Keep us informed. Safety is our priority.
All right, we'll be there soon.
Screw it. We can back out on the deal later, but we need all the help we can get. The Mask of Many Faces. I can make myself look like anybody, correct?
Correct.
That I know.
What deal are we talking about?
Talia's?
It's complicated. Yes. But she holds up well in a fight. And she did agree to help kill him, otherwise
She
the other
is
end of her...
not coming to Misery.
We need all the help we can get, Dash.
I'm not gonna hand it to, like...
You think her going there is gonna hand over Misery?
Yeah, because what's gonna happen is she's gonna survive that fight, and after we've defeated Elson and have like crumpled under a lot of his a lot, that was distracting, and crumpled under a lot of his force, she's just gonna sweep in there, wait for us to finish him off, and then come in with they probably got squads coming from Isolon, which is just our next door neighbor, and then Misery will be weak for the taking, and that's probably exactly what would happen if you call on her.
Isolon is quite a ways away from Misery, but
How far?
Isolon is about a day from Ecstasy, and then it's like 2 days from Misery.
But that's like their closest garrison to Misery, right?
That is the closest garrison to Misery, yes. Isolon is near Demon Arm, actually.
Yeah, because it's like Demon Arm, Isolon, Misery.
It's Demon Arm, Isolon, Ecstasy, Demon Arm, Zion, I guess, Misery.
Oh.
Fantown Misery.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So yeah, Isolon is in between Demon Arm and Ecstasy, and then between Demon Arm and Misery is Fantown, Zion, the forest where Angel was, and then Misery.
I would hope that if that's what you think is going to happen, well, your family alone should be enough to take out one annoying woman. But weak or not, I'm not gonna stop fighting if she turns. But if she turns on us in misery, she doesn't get the end of the deal on her end.
That's true. But if we do it without her, then we don't have to help her hold up her end, which will most certainly not be well for us either.
I'll figure out another way to rope us into that. If we don't use her to our advantage now, and stab her in the back later.
It's not gonna work, Elaine.
Have a little faith.
I'll
The
let
little
Who
birdie
is
out
this
there
girl?
that told me that everything is gonna be fine.
Talia Gachet.
As in the Gachet casino, the Gachet crime family?
Yeah,
That whole
the
thing?
princess of the whole thing.
Okay. And she owes you a favor?
In exchange for helping me kill Elson, if we do, my end of the bargain is getting her to the portal in one piece.
Why does she want to go to the portal?
She's after the dragon sphere, and the other part of the deal after she helps us defeat Elson, we help her get the dragon sphere
No, our deal was to get her to the portal,
so that she can get the dragon sphere.
so she can try. She thinks that because she knows the most about it than anyone alive now, that it's rightfully hers for the taking.
I have
But it's still on
that.
Forest.
I'm aware it's on chorus. I mean, at least the stories talked about it, but I don't think that it's actually a thing.
Her tutor, whoever they were, seems to think so, and so does she. Either
After
way, she goes into the portal and most likely will die trying. Or we kill her at the portal.
All right, I found a spell that'll actually help me learn a lot of lore about this dragon sphere. I'll be able to cast it after the fight with Elson, but potentially I can learn all she knows about this dragon sphere as well.
I don't know if she'll show
Is
up,
that
but you
is
might
that
wanna...
legend lore?
Yep.
I doubt she'll show, but you might want to ask your sister to meet us in Misery. She agreed to help deal with one of them. I don't know if she'll agree to help with the other.
Problem is, if it comes to a confrontation in Misery, we're not only going to have to take Talia down, but most likely Kara as well.
Okay.
Did you see what legend lore needs as well?
I have 25 tokens.
It's not just 25 tokens, it's 30, 40, 45 tokens total.
I just so happen to have 45 tokens.
Exactly 45.
Exactly 45. Or is it 49? 49.
Oh. Okay. All right.
I can deal with Kara.
Yeah, how's that going to affect Kenny and Elwyn after?
Never mind. I can't say because Byron won't know. Got it. Good.
one crisis at a time, though.
DM
We deal
speaking.
Yep.
what's with it, with what's in front of us, and then we keep going.
DM speaking. Kenny killed Angel, so
This is true. Well, that was mostly Elwyn.
I know,
And Kenny
but
killed Courtney.
I'm saying
That was necessity.
Kara.
This
I-
was a necessity.
I feel like he was just as attached to Angel as he is to Kara, so it's like,
Yeah.
All right.
And if there's no saving Kenny, 2 birds, 1 stone.
All right, Robin. You're the deciding. Whichever. I don't trust Talia and don't think she should be anywhere near Misery.
I don't trust her either, but she's damn good in a fight. And we need every body we can get.
We got more magic users and more soldiers in Misery as well.
While I trust how competent Ilaria and Elemen are with teaching, I don't trust how competent these people are in learning that magic.
What damage do you think Talia will do if she goes?
You're basically giving her an idea of Misery's defenses and a layout of the entire place. So if she
Okay,
wanted
then we
to
keep her
this way-
outside the gate.
And
I don't think Elwyn's gonna stay outside the gate.
No,
I
but we need forces on
suspect-
either side, and if she's busy dealing with it on the outside of the gate, she's not really gonna have time to look at what's inside, is she?
Well, I don't know if we can keep her out.
And I suspect that if she is going to make a play, it's going to
Look,
be
if they're
for
gonna
some
make a
place
play on
far
Misery anyway,
larger
I
than Misery.
guarantee. If they're gonna make a play on Misery anyway, I guarantee you either have already had a mole, or they already know what it looks like.
It chaps me,
So-
but you're probably right.
Her being
I-
there
I
is
say
going
her
to
being there
change
can't hurt.
very little. Because you know she's not going to do the recon dirty work herself. She sends Richter and his goons to do it. And if they were already set to make a move and she told them not to, she knows something Richter doesn't. Which also means she wants to keep us in her pocket as much as we want her in hers. We want her in ours right now.
All right, do we think we can handle her after then? If we
Or
need
die
to.
trying.
All right. Your call.
Alright, 1. I don't know if she will agree, but see if your sister will meet us in Misery.
all right. I'll see what I can do.
2, and I was gonna like snap, but can't magic. I'm just gonna use the like.
Do you have the fruit points?
I don't think I can. Oh, I do have fruit points. I think. Can I do disguise self with that?
Well, you got the color. Do your face.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna focus on what Talia's face looks like and make myself look like her for a second. This is what Talia looks like. Ask
Okay.
her and Kara to meet us in Misery for round 2.
Bound chicka bound.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, okay, good to know.
Round 2 fight!
Oh, okay.
I just found a setting for my camera that I find quite creepy.
What is it?
It is using AI to replace my eyes, so I'm always making eye contact with the camera.
That is super weird.
Cool.
I actually can see it's not actually your eyes.
It's different. Yeah. They look slightly glazed when you're not looking at the.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, turn it off. Don't turn that on.
Oh my goodness.
You guys can't see it as well as we can because our cameras are bigger, but it was really creepy. Anyway, so.
All right, we all ready? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
You're gonna have to use sign language.
To who?
Lila. Elaine.
She can't hear us?
Oh.
There
Hello?
we go. Hey, there you are.
Hello?
Oh, I was gonna say, obviously I'm gonna make myself look not like Talia anymore.
Friendly fire and all.
So,
Friendly fire is on.
Yeah, might get hit with a friendly fireball.
Byron comes over to you, Lila, and he touches you, gives you a big ol' hug, and gives you a pyramid. And he says, this is something I've had for a while, but I think you should have it, and don't use it until you need it. Needing it is going into this fight.
What is it exactly?
Just use it when you're about to get it into your battle.
Okay.
And you have a Death Ward pyramid.
Ooh.
So if you die, basically, if you drop to 0, you drop to 1 instead. So
Okay.
instead of using Robin's book, this will trigger first, and then Robin's book will trigger.
Okay.
Speaking of which, do they need to write their names again for that to reactivate? No? Okay.
And Robin, he wrote his name in the book.
No.
Why would I write my name in the book?
He can do the sending thing for free if you put your name in here. I'm just gonna like grab the book from Robin and like.
Robin
What's our
snaps and it's
proficiency
back
bonus
in his
at?
hand.
Five.
4?
Right? No, I think it's 5, right?
I think it's 5 at 15.
Okay.
I
Cool.
still feel horrible about screwing with that alien place. Like, oh, I'll leave this book. Just kidding.
JK. Yeah, it is 5.
I mean, to be
Darn.
fair, it disappears whether you ritual cast to bring it back to yourself or you die. So, until you show up there again, they won't know which.
Maybe I'm dead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I
Maybe they
mean,
can,
I have a feeling you guys are going to go back there now that you have the key cards or the chips. But
Eventually.
maybe I'm wrong.
we'll see.
I may need to avoid
If we
going
live.
in.
Okay. So,
Byron, before we go, can you cast some kind of magic armor on us?
no,
Hopefully Ilaria's done with that other armor.
I don't have that sort of. What
Doesn't have the level 1 mage armor spell?
mage armor is only self.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Dash, if we're lucky and we have time, Ilaria, an element might have finished that armor.
Yeah, Oshi.
Okay, so he gives you a hug and a kiss, and then he mutters something under his breath, snaps his fingers, and you guys appear in the center of misery.
Done with
It's all
messing with my
quiet.
camera now.
Yay! Now you are the only thing people can see, and your chair.
Oh. Okay, I start running for the house.
Okay.
I will follow. I'm
Does
gonna
he have a
head.
barracks for the Dash
What you need?
barracks?
You there? I point at one of the nearby guard.
1 second here.
Yeah, I'll join on the trip to the barracks. I'm not needed at the house.
Main Dash Robin. I think that'll be. Okay. You point
Do
at
I
some.
recognize the guard?
It.
What's his name or her name?
Their name.
It's only one person.
Yeah, say them.
You, they. All right, go with these people. You get them anything and everything
It's
they ask.
it's Elena.
Elena, quick, go with Elaine and Robin, and you take them wherever they need and get them anything and everything they want. Keep your comm open.
All right. How'd you do that? Okay.
I'll take all the money out of the treasury.
All right, and I'll keep running.
Don't mind him. He's a little manic right now. But we have a big fight coming our way.
Yeah, there's been alarms going off all day. I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
Very powerful magic user is coming, and what he wants is not here, but he will try and tear this place to the ground to try and find it. We are in charge of making sure that doesn't happen. So I need to make sure you and everybody else who isn't a magic slinger is prepared. So, barracks. Which way?
Yeah, just follow me. We're going.
What does your ammunition supply look like right now?
We have enough that we could probably keep shooting for about a month straight.
Perfect. That will come in handy. Regular rounds, armor piercing, a mix.
Kind of a mix. Don't have a whole lot of armor piercing.
Okay.
Dash.
Yes,
You run into the house. As you do, you get slight flashbacks to the dream that you had the night before. Roll me a wisdom save.
Okay. That was 2 natural ones.
You don't realize you're in the house yet?
Oh my goodness.
No, that's not what that's about.
PTSD.
Oh my goodness.
He's reliving Nom.
He's reliving the dream he had. You start questioning reality because as you run into the house, you haven't been sleeping well. You've been driving a lot. There's been a lot of stuff going on. And as you run into the house, the walls start to like drip with like black goo, ichor, whatever you want to call it. And then you like close your eyes and like shake your head and like reopen, and there's nothing there.
Oh, bloody hell. All right, so I get a little more panicky and I start calling out for Thea running to the room.
You call out for her and hear, "Eeeeee." That's her wheelchair.
Oh.
You look so confused.
Yeah.
It's a heart monitor.
I can come back later.
Okay. Moving past that. So you go into where Thea is as she's rolling her wheelchair towards you.
Oh.
And yeah, you see her and she's like, what's going on?
All right, and I like kneel down by the chair. I'm like, babe, I got great news. We don't got a lot of time, but ever since I got you hurt, I've been looking for something like this. I can finally make it right. And I pull out the vial that I found in the cache, and I hand it to her. He's like, drink this, love.
Oh. I was like, what are we talking about? There have been so much stuff that's happened in the past few episodes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you give it, and she's like, what?
Just drink it, love. I'm so sorry I got you into all the stuff that you've had to experience, but we can finally put it behind us now.
Oh, okay. So
Drink
she
it, you'll
starts
see.
drinking it.
And you won't need this. Does this have like a quick disconnect?
You just rip out her arm.
Yoink. I got your arm.
Okay. It's not an instant effect, so just calm down. It takes like a little bit to regrow. Like consider, think of like the scene in Deadpool where he got his lower half ripped off. Gotta grow like the little baby legs first.
That's what I
I
was
see the little
picturing. Just
baby
a
arm.
baby hand, the little arm sticks out.
Yeah, we will leave that alone. No.
Okay. So you guys are heading, what are you doing? Like,
Okay.
I want them to have, like, I know they have ammunition already, like, at the towers. I would like them to triple it. I need, like, backup handguns, backup rifles, like, on hand if they need them, so they're, like, quick access. Any other weapons they might have? I don't know. Flamethrowers? I don't think you even have them, but
I mean, they'd probably have like one or two of them, but it's not like a regular thing that they have.
no, yeah. Like, I want them, like, loaded.
So they go to the bar and get as much booze as they can get.
We'll make some
big?
Molotov cocktails. Yes.
Yeah.
How big is this town?
What you see on the map is about right.
500 people, 600, bigger.
85 feet across. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Give me a second then if you're gonna go that hard. One sec.
Well, I want to know approximate actual size, eh? 85 feet by 85 feet. It's a circle.
1 sec.
All these squares make a circle.
20 clicks, okay. Ish. It's completely surrounded by a wall.
Yes, they built a wall in the phase of Dash coming back.
And there's 2 entries.
Yes, but they're gated to the point of like you have to like identify yourself and so on, so on.
Basically, we succeeded where Trump failed.
Oh, okay.
It might be best.
We need bodies on every gate.
There already are.
On the perimeter.
It might be best if people approaching don't think we are ready for them.
Oh, no. I'm not saying, like, have our entire crew, like, standing out.
Have as few very visible as possible, and the people who are obviously visible, make them look like they don't know what they're doing.
Just normal patrol. Just normal day. Reinforcements that we need at the gate need to be on standby to handle.
Yes, we need people on standby, but we don't want them to know we have people on standby.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
I don't care what they look like. That gate does not open.
1 second.
And it's not only the gates. They could breach the wall anywhere. The gates are the most likely spot to be breached, which potentially makes them the least likely spot to actually be attacked at.
Do we still have heavy weapons in those towers? Because how many towers was I able to build there?
I can't remember exactly
Was it
how
just
many.
4?
Give me a second, I can get that for you.
Any other free hands? I need you escorting all civilians and anyone who cannot fight into the med bay.
Hey, Misery Town building.
All right. Is it safe to assume that Gadget, Dez, and Gar and Veda are with us?
Uh,
They're just standing in the background like this.
yeah.
What I would say is, since they won't actually be able to join a fight, they can be like with the civilians and protecting them.
Yeah.
Last line of defense.
Yeah.
All right. Is Gadget's weapon like limited uses or just limited uses per day kind of thing?
His is, I think his recharges just like yours.
Okay, right on. Bear that in mind. If anything, kind of, because I'm sure they'll get into some scrap or something at some point here.
How quickly will he be able to bring an army here?
Well, seeing as how he teleported right into a med bay last time.
He teleported, but he will need an army. Teleporting
Byron?
yourself and teleporting a large group are very different.
Byron said it would take him at least a day to recoup.
Okay,
Right,
so
we probably ate that up just on our way back to the Necromancer's
it
bunker.
doesn't tell you how many towers you have.
Okay.
Doesn't say here. However, it does say that you have heavy weaponry for all of the towers.
Okay. I have at least 20.
I mean, I'll give you
it's up to
one
you,
for each of those dots.
Let's see these dots.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-ish.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'd say those ones that are touching are not 2.
Gotcha.
So 14.
Okay, if it was every second one, would they be able to like have full range all around the?
Yeah.
Okay, so we only need really 8 then.
You're talking about for weaponry?
Yeah.
It's gonna take him some time to amass an army in this location. We need people watching for an army so we know where the attack will come from.
Most likely a darkness will set in and they will just start appearing.
We won't know for sure.
Okay.
This is out of my expertise with war. All of my experience was
I'm gonna
not
radio
with people like
to
this.
Dash, like while we're talking. Dash, come in.
Dash you.
Check on the armor.
Yeah. Head there now.
Also, did you ever get that tank working?
Tank is working. You'll find it in the garage. Elena? Elena can show you.
Oh, Elena, yeah, was the one who. Her name
I
is
wanna drive the tank.
Elena Raven Shadow.
Elena Raven Shadow. Okay. Elena will take you there. I'll have someone meet you there for something special. Okay. All right.
Copy.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Copy. Okay. And I'm just like, I am just like sending people out, like, however much ammo is at like every post, triple it. People are sent out to do that. People are sent out to round up civilians. We are setting up a designated safe zone in the med bay. It's going to be tight, but it's the best shot.
I'm gonna start walking the fence, the border, trying to see if there's any obvious weak spots.
I'm gonna send 2 people with Robin to assist if he needs runners for anything. You too. That is 6. I'm trying to sound like Dash.
All right. Are Ilaria and Element in this house too?
No. They are prepping what you told them to prep. So they are at the magic school.
Gotcha. And were they going to be working on the armor at that magic school?
Yeah.
All right. I get there as fast as I can.
Okay, one sec. Try and find out what I should be making your role here, because you guys are basically going into a prep for a major battle, and I feel like there should be some skill checks and not just you guys talking about things.
Yeah, I'm very curious how you're going to manage this.
Based on skill checks, that's going to be how things go in the tide, right? So with Elaine being the one dictating like who's doing what and whatnot, I need to figure out what I'm going to make her role to do all this. And so far, I know Des would be great for this because she's been a general in a war, but she's not here.
not here physically, but her character is, and so we can generically send her to General Command, and she can help out in there and in some glorious way that you will decide in the future here.
I would say for Elaine giving commands, that would have to be like a persuasion.
Well, so history is the only one that references war, but it's recalling a war. So I'm trying to figure out what best to use for like prepping for this sort.
Can I just do an intelligence check?
Straight up charisma roll, or
Not charisma.
It's not charisma though, because it's needing to know like
Right.
strategy and stuff. Charisma
Oh,
is just trying to
that's-
convince people.
Strategy would
So
be
I
wisdom,
don't
not
know
even
strategy,
history.
but I know how to
Oh,
fight, and I
it
know
could be.
guns jam, and I know things like
You
that.
could
I know
go two
ammo
ways. You could be
can
going
run
based
low.
off of stuff you remember, like stuff that you've been through, books you've read, essentially history, or like you could be going at this from a logical standpoint, which would
Can
make
I
it wisdom.
also pull any knowledge that I have from the Brotherhood?
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. If that's what you're wanting to do, then roll a history check.
I gotta use the washroom quick.
We're doing a history check so that you can gather any knowledge about the about Elson's past and include any vulnerabilities or past encounters to kind of prepare the people for this. So roll me a history check and we'll go from there.
16. Yes, 16.
Okay.
Did you just fall off the bed?
I don't know. We can't see because it's all blurred.
It was behind me. You wouldn't have seen it anyway.
Okay, so with the 16 on the history check, you gain a bit of information about his past, and then some details like his origin. So you already kind of knew this stuff, but he originally was a decent person, and the darkness has kind of corrupted him and made him even worse. You know his motivations for this. He's coming to fight the whole city for Molly, basically. You are unaware of any weaknesses other than possibly radiant damage. Any allies that you're aware of, nothing that you know of. Previous confrontations. So in your last battle with him, it seemed like nothing was really affecting him other than magic stuff. Artifacts.
Do I remember anything about the dummy wives that he had fighting? Did, like, other stuff seem to do something to them?
They pretty much had the same reaction to things as he did.
Okay.
Okay. So, Robin, what would you like to provide for the battle? What do you think you can provide in your skill set that would help in this situation?
Well, going from what I said I was doing, it would be investigation, checking weak points in the wall. My actual skill set would be charisma, rallying the troops.
Okay, so you want to do an investigation?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
Roll it.
Natural 20, 28.
Okay.
So as you search around the building or the gates and things, you do find some different weak points that might have been missed before. However, something else that you are searching around for and you don't find is any signs of warding at all. There are no wards or anything on this wall, on the walls, so it is basically completely vulnerable to any sort of magical means of entrance or attack or anything like that.
Okay, I'm gonna need to talk to Ilaria.
Radio.
Dash isn't here right now.
No,
He's
I'm
the
saying
one.
you can still
Oh.
radio about it.
But these walls won't stand up against magic.
I understand that. We haven't really had a issue with no magic uses as of yet. We'll get on that as soon as we can. Thank you.
I'm also gonna work my way back to Elaine and make sure there's people around the weaker points I find.
Dash is missing.
In preparing for my game, I've been trying to figure out how to handle large battles, so I'm very curious how you handle this.
So here's the thing, and I actually, like, I did look into it a little bit, but then when I looked into it, I was like, oh, I remember this happening before, and I can't remember whose game it was, and I think it might have been, it was either Critical Role or it was Adventure Zone, but one of them had prepping for like a major battle. And what it was they had them basically pick one of their skills, didn't matter what, but describe how they were going to use it to help for prepping for the war. So there's like, you can do Arcana to kind of talk about the magic stuff. You can use Investigation to search for different things. You can do a history check to kind of go back in time and try and figure things out. You can even use an athletics check to train up the militia and military and stuff. Persuasion check to rally the townsfolk, build alliances, blah blah blah. Medicine check to set up a field hospital. So when you were talking about like getting the hospital ready or whatever, that's a medicine check, right? So it's like all of these different things have different checks you can, and that based on those, it will change the tide of battle based on how successful or not successful you.
I think
I like
Critical
that.
Role did that when they fought, oh, I know his name. Umberstall. They set a trap for him.
Possibly, yes. I don't remember for sure. That's going back a ways now. Yo, Dash.
Here I am.
So roll me a skill check. Any skill check of your kind, but you have to tell me how you're using that to help this battle.
Help bolster and prepare.
Yeah, help prepare.
All right. How about a stirring speech?
So a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you. I'm gonna pull this out of. I'm gonna remind you of this because I'm gonna assume that you don't remember. Where is this?
Is he afraid of public speaking?
No.
Go up, start a speech, and just freeze.
So you go to the town alarm, and you ring the bell once.
Can I do a few things before I do this whole stirring speech?
Sure. What are you doing?
All right, cool. I want to get to the school and talk to Ilaria and Elemen.
Okay.
Do they have the armor? The armor ready?
Yes.
And what is it?
We put Angel's dragon scales on our armor.
Is it just like ballistics armors, or like what are we looking at here?
Well,
It's
the
whatever armor
that
you
we
had.
Okay.
And we added the gold dragon scales to it, which assist with magic resistance.
It's magic resistance, and the magic resistance gives you advantage on all of your saving throws against magic stuff.
Okay.
And then damage resistance of fire.
Cool. Okay.
So we just add those to our armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. How many magic users do we have here? Oh, Ilaria, there you are. What have we got for students? How many like capable magic users do you think we have for a fight?
That depends. Are you willing to sacrifice children?
No. What
Then-
can they do?
What was that?
What can they do? Like how good are they?
Well, the children are actually, some of them are quite proficient, but I still wouldn't feel comfortable sending a 12-year-old into battle.
Oh, me
The
neither.
children could help protect the town folks. That kind of defense.
Okay. How many of them can cast magic weapon?
About 8?
All right, get them to the towers. And
Okay.
they're going to make all right, and tell them that they're going to be range support. All right?
All right, not a problem.
All right, does magic weapon have a range that they have to stay within concentration here?
Is magic weapon similar to spiritual weapon?
No. Magical weapon.
Level
Concentration
2
up to an
spell.
hour.
And they don't have to stay within.
It
If
says
it's a range, they would have to stay in the range.
it doesn't say range.
just-
Range is touch, so you touch the
No, it's just
non-magical weapon,
concentration.
and then for an
Oh.
hour it stays magical.
Okay.
Okay, so how many of those are kids?
None.
None. Okay. All right. No, we don't. We're not gonna use the kids. You get them with Dez and Ga. No. Gadget and Veda, and they can help, but they're gonna get put in the bunker and protected.
Okay.
All right. The rest. All right. You make sure that Elaine gets a magic weapon, and the rest for the guns up top.
Okay. So 7 total.
7.
All right.
And then line them up and get them behind soldiers because they cannot get in melee with any of these shadow creatures should they show up.
What happens if they're in melee?
These things are devastating. Elaine will show you all the scars on her back.
They're not. Those aren't the same creatures. The ones that you're going to be fighting are the ones that you fought that were with Elson.
His wife?
Yes.
White copies.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, they still got close with the like little shadow whippy things.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of touching, which would drain your energy and give it to them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do what we can to keep some distance between them and us, and use radiant damage. It really hurts them, it seems.
I'll see what I have. I'm not really decked out for all the... Oh, I'll see what I can do.
All right. Okay. And I start divvying out the armor. Is any of it... Did we have any extras, or was there just enough scales to do up like our armors here?
It was just enough. I mean, you did the entire body,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah,
you
got it.
have to whittle them down and like make it all fit, right?
Yeah.
And kind of spread it across the whole thing. So
Yeah. So it's all our own armors that we handed in.
How
So they can-
tall
yeah.
is the fence?
So yeah, I send them to get divvied out. What was that fence? Like 14 foot? Like how much metal did we have?
Um,
I just try to.
I just read about Oswald being kicked out of town.
Oh yeah, that guy.
You kicked out Oswald?
Yeah, he was a dick.
He tried to start a coup.
Not in my town.
And
Sure
and
the
they
leader
came
had
back.
it coming.
They came back with the assassins from the gas station and killed Keenan.
So naturally, we had to put them all down.
So Oswald.
The exact term was, after this, Oswald pisses his pants and is publicly executed for his betrayal.
And Dash crosses off one of the bullets on his tattoo.
It doesn't say how tall the
Oswald,
fences
the
are.
guy that Dash took out into the wilderness. Who Dash took someone
No,
out and
that was Colin.
slaughtered.
That was Colin for a completely
Dash
different
is actually
reason.
a good guy.
Not in my town.
Oh, he's going to be coming at you with some nasty spells.
If the walls are 14 foot, I can use Wall of Light if we're on the wall and they're near it, and it will just do a ton of radiant damage to potentially a lot of people.
There you go.
Does that include the people on the wall?
No, because it's a wall that's 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 foot thick. So the people on the wall will still be able to see over it, and it's not really a wall, it's just a source of damage.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for your speech.
Okay.
It is my only spell that does radiant.
That is a third natural one.
You remember when you rolled before the
Can
game?
you roll good?
That-
Isn't there a good guess?
Okay, so there is. I wanted to save it for the fight. You know what? Let's use it.
This is important. This makes the
This,
fight
this is
easier.
rather important. So yeah, we'll use a good guess.
Don't you dare roll another
Okay,
one.
so that's good. That is a 21.
Okay, one.
Okay.
Well, at least we got all those natural ones out of the way. Do these all count towards Dez's?
I mean, no, because it's not in combat.
What this
And
affects?
technically, she wasn't here to see.
Yeah, they have to see or hear as well.
Is there any way I can assist or have Des assist me with trying to get the med base set up as well?
Yeah, give me a second, because I am going to do the persuasion now. So, with a 21, you successfully convinced the local militia and town guards to mobilize, bolstering the town's defenses. You convince key figures to allocate resources such as weapons, armor, and magical items to strengthen the town's defenses. You inspire all the townsfolk, instilling courage and determination in the face of danger. You help train them using that. Then you convince some of the local mercenaries and stuff to help train and offer their expertise in fortifying the town's defenses. And what did you want to do? Sorry, Elaine? Lila?
Either assist or have Des assist me in getting the mid-bay set up to house civilians.
Are they here? No, not yet.
I say and or assist her because I don't know what her medicine.
I think hers is actually pretty good.
Because I know I have a +7.
Oh, yours might. Nope, hers is 11.
Can I roll for Des and I assist her?
What?
Can I roll for Des and I assist her?
I just rolled for her and got a 28.
Okay.
But what if she's assist?
Oh, fine, I got a natural 1. Not using that one.
Well, you can use that. That's fine.
You just overrode Des.
No, I said that's fine because my roll stopped. Oh, wait. Hold on.
What would Gar do to help?
Nope. That was 2 on the same die. Not using
Make sure
that.
everybody's well fed and I see him running with a bucket of chicken. Here.
Is there a spot to gamble here?
Yeah, he goes to the bar and then like orders a drink and puts a drink for everyone on the house and gets everybody's spirits up.
And Gar make some Molotov cocktails.
Ooh.
So you guys established the field hospital. Des kind of does some field medic training for people. You assess and prioritize different types of injuries, ensuring that critical cases receive immediate attention. And yeah, that's it.
The only other thing I can do is a speech, but Dash already took care of that.
I'm gonna put some red plus signs on all the doctor's coats.
Yay! This is the I'm helping.
I'll move like cots around and stuff, like where we need them, and like set up trays and things and bandages.
If Gar and Des show up, I'll relocate 2 of those people that cast magic weapon from the towers to Des and Gar.
They already have magic weapon.
Des and Gar do? Oh, right on. Never mind then.
Yeah, Gar has the energy blasters.
Oh, cool. So, Elaine was the only one with a weapon that wasn't really magic.
Elaine has weapons that are magic. She's just not using it.
Oh, okay.
Aren't her
Or that's
magic
like
weapons
daggers,
more
though.
melee?
Yeah, but like she's
Okay.
still very effective in melee.
No, yeah, I know. But this, at least for a good part of it, more than likely won't be a lot of melee.
That's what you think.
Well, if it's a lot of melee, it was nice knowing y'all.
Oh yeah, I have to make sure to target Robin this time.
Jeez.
He came out of the last battle with
shower.
came out of the last battle with 0 damage.
It's because he's a tactician.
It's because for one entire, or well, it was like a round and a half, I was encased with a thick layer of ice.
What is that? Oh, it's just ginger ale.